How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 26 franchise video. We got our next AFC team. It's the New York Jets. 5 seasons, injuries on. Not meant to be realistic. If I say some names wrong, I say some names wrong. It's a video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously. We're just here to have some fun and bag on EA. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Comment down below some of my videos. Got our socials, playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you like other content from me, TJP. With that all being said, let's get on to the gameplay. Alright, so we have the Jets here. Let's just take a look at this roster, because, you know, there's some good players on it. Justin Fields right now is the starting quarterback. Okay. Halfbacks, you got Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis, top 3 backs. Andrew Beck, fullback, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds, top 3 wide receivers. Tight ends, you got Mason Taylor. Left tackle, Fashanu. Simpson at the left guard. Center's going to be Tippmann. Elijah Vera Tucker at the right guard. Right tackle is Armand Bembo. Left edge, Will McDonald the fourth. Right edge will be Jermaine Johnson the second. Quinnen Williams at the defensive tackle spot. Sam, nobody. Mike, you've got Jamian Sherwood. Will's going to be Quincy Williams. Gardner, Carter the second, and Stevens, your top 3 corners. Obviously, Sauce is been alive. Andre Sisco, free safety, strong safety is Tony Adams. Kicking will be Harrison Memphis, and then punting is Austin McNamara. Long snapper will be Thomas Hennessy. I had to say what I had to say there. So, in terms of improved team, I'll take a look and see how we can improve the team. I'll probably just pick up a guy for the squad. We'd pick up. We have a tight end. Rucker, Mason Taylor. Trade for player. I mean, I have money. I could try to trade for Isaiah Likely. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I feel like that would be a decent tight end. I guess we can look around and see if there's any trades we could get. Mark Andrews. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold off on trades. I do want to sign some guys, but there's really no one here to sign. I mean, I can get a fullback, maybe like Adam Prentice. Let's go Adam Prentice. Never picked him up, so we'll just sign him to be a fullback. Just an additional piece on the team, and for the season, nothing crazy. So we're gonna get him, and yeah, I mean, I don't expect this to be a good team. I mean, that good. Maybe we can make the playoffs, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's take a look at the draft pick situation. You know, we have a bunch of sixth, first, second, fourth. So, and then after that, normal. So, all right, I'm gonna simulate. Let's see how this team does. I'll catch up with you guys at the midseason point, and hopefully we're doing. All right, so we're awful. Courtesy of the sim engine, we're doing terrible and everything except for rush yards, where we're top 10. I mean, we're 13th in opponent rush too, 14th in opponent pass yards. Or actually, not opponent pass yards. Just pass yards. Yeah, we're doing horrible. Injuries are killing us too, so don't get me started about that. Got a lot of guys up for negotiations, but let's just take a look at the stats, see what the story is. Justin Fields. I mean, the 9 interceptions is pretty high. He's got 1,472 yards, 12 TDs, 9 interceptions, 87.7 pass rating because of the interceptions at a 64% complete percentage. Rush rise, Breece Hall, 526, 4 TDs, 151 from Braylon Allen. Justin Fields, 103, 1 TD. In terms of receiving, Garrett Wilson, 459, 3 TDs, 296 and 4 from Josh Reynolds. Corley, 233, 1 TD, 211 and 2 from Alan Lazard. Sacks allowed, 8 from Armand, 5 from Fashanu. AVT and Warren, 4 apiece, 3 from Simpson, 1 from Joe Tippmann on the sacks allowed. Tackles so far, Sherwood with 51, 44 from Williams. 38 from Adams, 28 from a couple guys, 25 from Gardner, 24 from Williams, Cisco, 23, a couple guys, 21, 20 from Noddy, and 8 dips from there. Got sacks, 4 from McDonald the fourth, Quinnen with 3.5, 2 from Johnson the second, Derek 1.5 sacks. Interceptions, 2 as a team, Sherwood and Sauce. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return, right there. All right. So obviously the team is struggling mightily. Probably not going to make the playoffs because of that. I mean, we'll try our best, but yeah, I assume we're going to lose out for the most part and be one of the worst teams in the NFL at this point. So, let me just load in the draft class. Those that don't know, we select and download center. We go here. This guy. Load it in. Boom. Just like that. Import by. Done. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what we need then. But let's see what we have in terms of negotiations. And try to see if we can keep some of these guys on the squad. I'll let you guys know who is... You'll see who's been kept. I mean, there's not anybody too crazy. McDonald's got an option. So yeah, let's just try to keep a couple of these dudes and then just keep simming. Alright, so far I've kept a lot of the guys I wanted to keep. I mean, the only guy I have left that I'm going to offer right now is Alan Lazard, and then once he's offered, we're all set. Alright, yeah, he's going to think about it. Nevertheless, let's just keep simming. I might try to see if there's any trades we can make to try to add some more talent to the team, and by talent, I mean draft picks. I really want to get more draft picks, so let's see if there's anybody out there, and then we'll obviously get back to simulating, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's try to see if we can get another draft pick. All right, we've done a deal here with the Bills. I got Kincaid, Spector, their first round pick, as well as the 6 and 2 7ths this year for 2 seconds and 2 future thirds as well. So that's going to be it for me. Hopefully we get a little bit better tight end in Kincaid, and then we'll also have another first round pick, although it'll probably be a later first round pick. It's still another first round pick for us, and yeah, we'll try to see if we can improve for next season, since this season seems like a wash. All right, so we ended up going 6 and 11 on the season, which is obviously not a playoff team. But I guess on the bright side, well, the Bills were the best team, so we're gonna have a pretty crummy pick. Let's take a look at the stats and see what the story was. I mean, Justin Fields, 3,734 yards, 34 touchdowns, 22 interceptions, a lot of interceptions. Hence the 93 passer rating, 66% clutch percentage. Rush-wise, Breece Hall, 77 for 4 TDs, 326 and 5 from Fields. Davis, 234, no TDs, 201 and 3 there from Braylon Allen. Garrett Wilson, 807, 4 TDs, 777 and 8 from Alan Lazard. 759 and 11 from Josh Reynolds, 568 and 6 from Malachi Corley. 563 and 5 from Dalton Kincaid. Sacks allowed, 16 from Embo, 6 from Simpson, 5 from Vashanu and Vera Tucker, 4 from Warren, 3 from Tittman, 1 from 404. Tackles, 121 from Sherwood, 110 from Williams, 89 from Adams, 70 from Sauce Gardner, 69 from Stevens, and continues to dip from there. Sacks, 11.5 from Quinnen, 8 from McDonald the fourth, Derek with 6, 3 from Johnson the second, 2 from Clemens, 1.5 from Sherwood, a few guys with 1, and a couple with a half sack. 5 interceptions from the Sauce Man, Tony Adams 3, and a few guys with 1. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return are right there. So like I said, we didn't make the playoffs. Not a big deal. Hopefully next season we can get back there if we can make some improvements to the team. So we'll just simulate and see what happens. We're going to advance on to the offseason. We'll win the Super Bowl, look at the awards, and go on to season 2. Ravens win the Super Bowl against the Lions. Will Trenton Simpson was the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen was the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Zach Taylor, Coach of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was T.J. Watt. Steelers, Giants, Jackson Dart. Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Donovan Izuruaku from the Cowboys. All right, let's head on to the offseason. All right, we got some money to work with here. And there are some guys here. I mean, Dalton Kincaid has an option, so we're going to obviously accept it. And then we'll also accept Will McDonald the fourth. As for the rest of these guys, I mean, I'll try to see if we can keep some of them, and I'll let you know who we decide to keep and who we'll be testing. All right, I'm going to let the rest of these guys test, and we're just going to go to free agency. Try to see what money and players we can get with the money we have out there. So we're going to look around. Hopefully it's a decent class. I mean, there's some solid pieces, don't get me wrong. So we'll try to see if there's anybody here we could sign, and we'll head on to, the next season. But first, let's see if there's anybody here we can pick up. All right, so let's do the free agency recap. Show you guys who we signed. So we got Patrick Card, Marquise Brown, another wide receiver. Got Bradley Pinion for a punter, Santos for a kicker, Kenneth Murray Jr., Mike. We have Josh Williams on the corner, Daniel Falele, right guard, Andrew Wiley, right tackle, Shaquille Barrett, right edge, long snapper and Blake Ferguson, and Jabil Cox be the Sam. So not a bad free agency class. Decent amount of signings we've made, so hopefully that'll help us out for next season. In addition to that, we also have the draft. So let's go to it. We have 2 first-round picks. All right, so we have pick 6 and pick 30. So let's skip ahead to the next user pick. and see who we can take here. So we're going to make our selection. Some good players out here. Who do I want to go with is the question. I could get Caden Proctor. He could be a good pickup. Francis could be a solid pickup. What about Malik Muhammad? I'm just looking at some guys here. Kind of hard to see. Antonio Williams. What do we want to go for? That is the question. Excuse me. I mean, Zane Durant could work. We can go for him. I don't know if I've ever drafted him. So we'll get Zane. We'll get a defensive tackle. A nice young guy to add to the team. I feel like it's pretty solid. And we'll go to our next pick in the first round. So we'll skip ahead. Next future pick. And see who's out there we can grab for our team. So we'll make my selection. Pick a player. And there we go. Okay, it's not as cringe. I'm going to go with Lenore Sellers. I think we get him. I feel like he could be a nice pick at late first round. Could be good for us. And who knows, maybe he could be a QB for us if Fields doesn't quite work out. So yeah, I'm going to simulate, or rather, I'll see you guys at the end of the draft. I'll probably do it. Maybe I'll simulate some of the rounds, but I'll show you guys the recap, what it's looking like, and then we'll head on to the next season. All right, so here's the draft recap for those that were curious. So obviously we got Durant, pretty solid pickup. We did get Eugene Wilson III, who's rated at 78. That's good. We had some good picks there. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see what we got. A few edges, a couple edges, a couple corners, a couple halfbacks, left tackle, free safety. Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's head on to season number 2. Season 2 is upon us. Let's take a look at the team. So we go to the roster under GM's office, NFL roster. And let's just take a look and see what we have at our disposal. So quarterback, we've got Fields still. Drafted Sellers and also Brady Cook. Halfbacks, Hall, Allen, Davis, top 3 dudes on the squad. Free safety, you got fullback, you've got Patrick. Garrett Wilson with Marquise Brown, Eugene Wilson III, top 3 receivers. Tight ends to be Dalton Kincaid. Fashawn is going to be left tackle. Simpson, left guard. Joe Tippmann, center. Right guard, Elijah Vera Tucker. Mbo's going to be the right tackle. Left edge, Will McDonald IV. Right edge will be Jermaine Johnson the second. Quinton Williams, defensive tackle. Sam's going to be Jabril Cox. Mike's got Sherwood up there. Quincy Williams, the Will spot. Sauce, Carter the second, and Thomas, top 3 corners. Free safety, Cisco. Strong safety is Tony Adams. Kicking will be Santos. Punting will be Pinion. And then Thomas Hennessy is our long snapper. We also have Blake Ferguson too. I just didn't realize we have 2 long snappers on the team. Okay, so that's maybe something we could look to move. Obviously, I'd have to get a 7th round pick or something like that. Because I didn't realize we have 2 guys there for those positions. Yeah, I don't think we need 2 long snappers. So I'm just trying to look to see if there's anybody who can improve this team. Obviously, the Sam spot is the biggest need for a position change. But there's really not a lot of Sams out there that are that great. So all right, I'm going to look around and see if there is a trade we can make. We have a little bit of money to work with. I mean, if I can get another Sam, if I can get a Sam, that'd be great. But yeah, we have our first round pick this year, as well as a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Don't have our 2nd or 3rds. And yeah, I might as well try to see if there's a trade out there. So let's look for one and see if we can make it happen. We have a done deal here with the Colts. I traded away Ferguson, as well as 2 first round picks. We're getting Phillips, Bynum, and Jonathan Taylor, as well as 3rd, 4th, 6th this year from the Colts. I guess just obviously trading down, but we do get some solid pieces, improve the defense a little bit. Obviously getting another halfback in Jonathan Taylor. I know we already have Hall, but we got a nice little combo with Hall and Taylor. I think that's going to be wonderful for our offense. So yeah, I'm going to take a look here, the schemes, make sure they right, and then we'll head on to the midseason point. All right, so we're sitting at 2-4 right now, which, I mean, obviously isn't great. You can see our rankings, not too hot. I mean, we're doing all right defensively, I guess. Offensively, not as much as I would want to be doing. Then again, I had an injury here and there, so that's, I guess, part of the reason of what's going on. Let's take a look. We do only have 8 guys up for negotiation, so that's cool. Justin Fields has not been it. He's been horrible. 984 yards, 5 TDs, 7 interceptions, 72.5 passer rating at a 60% completion percentage. I think it's time for him to go. John Taylor, 364, 2 TDs, 139, and 2 from Fields. Breece Hall, 73, 2 TDs from him on the rush. In terms of yards, for receiving yards, 387, 3 TDs from Marquise Brown, 214 from Wilson. Garrett Wilson, that is Eugene Wilson III, 128. Keeps dipping from there, 95 and 1 from Kincaid. Sacks allowed, a couple guys 3, a couple guys 2, a couple guys with 1. That's 12 as a team. Defensively, Sherwood, 42 tackles on defense, 37 there from Bynum. Quincy Williams, 34, 29 from Gardner. Cisco, 26, 24 from Williams, and it dips from there. Sacks, 4.5 from Derek, 4 from Williams, several with 1, and a few guys with a half sack. Sherwood, 4 interceptions, and a couple guys with 1. And you have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return right there for those that are curious. All right, I think I'm going to move on to Justin Fields. It just hasn't quite worked out for me. Maybe we can let Sellers start. Who knows? But let me just take a look here. Obviously, got to re-sign Sauce and Wilson and Taylor. Oh, yeah, we got some good players here that I want to keep. And obviously, we have Olu. So I'm going to try to re-sign Sauce right now. I think if we could do that, that'd be great. Something like that, maybe, should get the job done. All right, and obviously with a structure, not gonna be able to get any of these other guys, so only 6.5. Yeah, I mean, maybe Wiley. Wanted to keep him, right? Nope. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me look and see if I can make a move. Then, probably move Fields. I don't know for what, but we'll figure it out. All right, trade away Fields to the Raiders, kind of just in a dump because I wasn't going to re-sign him. We got back another quarterback, though, in Miller, as well as a 4th, 5th, and 6th. Maybe could have got some extra players there, but yeah, we're going to be all in on Sellers for the rest of the season. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. That does allow me to re-sign some guys, hopefully, the offseason, too. But for now, we're just going to see what the rest of the season and see how the Jets can do. All right, we ended up going 12-5. Really good second half of the season for your Jets, and we're going to be taking on the Steelers in the wild card. You see our rankings: 7th in offensive points per game, 2nd in rush yards, only 27th in pass yards, 16th in opponent's points per game, 28th in opponent pass yards, 13th opponent rush. Okay. So yeah, we have an injury, but other than that, not too bad. 12-5, good season, especially in the second half. Let's take a look at these stats. I mean, Lenore Sellers obviously, not going to have a lot of yards because he didn't play 6 games. So 22 Ds, 8 interceptions, 103.1 pass rating, 63% completion percentage, 2,182 yards. I mean, that's not bad. We'll take it. Jonathan Taylor, 1,365 yards, 6 TDs, 423 and 10 from Breece Hall. Lawrence Sellers, 210 and 2 on the rush. In terms of receiving, Brown, 871 and 10 TDs. Eugene Wilson III, 823 and 6, 702 and 5 from Garrett Wilson, 209 and 3 from Dalton Kincaid. In terms of sacks allowed, 10 from Armand, 9 from Fashanu, Tipman 7, 5 from Vera Tucker, 4 from Simpson, a couple guys with 1. 119 tackles from Jamie and Sherwood, 99 from Williams, and Bynum with 86, 78 from Gardner. Cisco 61, and it continues to dip from there. Sacks, 11 from Derek, 8.5 from Williams, a couple guys at 4, a couple guys at 3.5, a couple 1.5 there from Braden McGregor, Green Johnson, as well as Barron, 1, and a couple guys at half. Sack. Interceptions, how about 8 from Sherwood? A couple guys with 2 and a few with 1. But 8 is a very high number, so very nice stuff there from Sherwood. Santos on the kicking, and you have your punting from Pinion, and you have your kick return right there. Punt return over here. All right, let me adjust the staff abilities, and then we're going to hop on to the Super Sim to see how well this team can fare against Steelers. All right, so here we go. We have the Jets versus Steelers. So we're at, obviously, MetLife because we're the home team. So fast forward to the end of the game and see what happens against the Steelers. First blood will go to Steelers. No, us. Okay, no, 7-0 us. Going to the second half, we're up 10. We're going to make it a 17-0 ball game. Now 24-0. Going to the fourth quarter, we're up 24-8. And they're going to make it 24-14. We're going to win this football game 24-14. So we advance on to the divisional. In season number 2. Shout out to the boys. Got the job done. And yeah. I mean, Lenore's nothing too crazy out of him, but solid. Ended up beating Cade. So cool stuff. Let's head on to divisional. Those are the matchup. You can see their ratings for hours. Actually, they are the better team in terms of talent. They had a lot more advantage on rankings. 5 out of 6. The only thing we have advantage in rush, second to their 23rd. But yeah, should be a fun matchup. Hopefully, we could beat the Bills and advance to the conference championship. That would be awesome. But the only way to find out to do that is obviously to simulate. So, all right, MetLife. So we have the home field advantage against the Bills. So let's see if we can beat them. We'll super sim this bad boy. Fast forward to the end of the game. First quarter, Bills go up 7-0. They will go up 14-0. We'll make it 14-3. They're up 18. 11 now, going to the second half. Who will score first? If we could score here, it'd be huge. We do make it a 3-point game. They're going to make it a 6-point game. We will take the lead. All right, it's first and 20 there. Second and 15. We're going to hop in with 1:08 to go. Oops, that was an accident. And second and 15, they get the reception. And we're going to send them 3rd and 6. They have to use the timeout with 1 minute. 3rd and 6 at the 34-yard line. If we can get 2 more stops, we win this FOOT ball game. Oh, that would have been huge to get a sack there. And yep, everybody's running away. Wow, that was pathetic. That was pathetic and putrid. This poor defense for your Jets. Damn it. And again, wow, that was a great tackle by my guys. Really good tackle. Professional level tackle right there. First and 10 now. Now the game is over. All right. Yeah, 20-yard line. So we're going to end up losing. Unless they somehow missed a field goal. And then we have to use our final timeout. Assuming that, unless they score. Honestly, at this point, you might as well just let them score. So that you have time to make a run. Because there's no way you're going to block the field goal. No timeouts, so the clock's just going to run it. 14 seconds, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep them up. 7, 6, 5. Bills use their final timeout to stop the clock. And it's a pretty routine field goal. They're going to make it most likely unless we can somehow block it. And we don't. So, 2-point game. 2 seconds to go. Only way to win this is obviously... Well, hopefully that's just a touchback. Yep, it'll be a touchback. Alright, 2 seconds. You got 1 play. Pass interference. Pass interference. Come on. I mean, a good pass, but that's not going to be enough. So, only had 1 timeout left. Actually, wouldn't matter because the clock would have ran out. Still, nevertheless, I mean, a solid season. Gave it our best effort against the Bills, but futile, obviously. All right. Again, we have 3 more seasons, so let's head on to the offseason. So you ends up winning the Super Bowl. Somehow the Giants won the Super Bowl. Jackson Dart, Super Bowl MVP. Wow. Okay. Joe Burrow, NFL MVP. D'Amico Ryans, Coach of the Year. Randall Robinson, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett. Kai Lemon, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Mike Torian York of the Patriots. All right. Let's head on to the offseason. All right. Let's negotiate some contracts here. I'll see if we can keep around some of these dudes before I have to restructure. And then we will head on to free agency. So there you go. Garrett Wilson stays. Yeah. Let me see who else we can get to stay. And then we'll go on to free agency. I was able to re-sign all the guys I wanted to re-sign, which was great. I mean, we're going to head to free agency, see if there's anybody out there that's got some talent for us. Not a bad amount of money. We'll look around and see if we can grab any of these guys. There's some good players here. Let's see if we can make an addition to this team that can help us become a better football club. Free agency recap. My signings. Brian O'Neill and Kobe Durant, just a couple dudes. That's what I had cap space for. which is not a problem. I do have the draft, but I don't have any first-round picks, so I'll show you guys who we end up taking, and we'll head on to season number 3. All right, let's take a look at the recap, and then we'll head on to season number 3. So this is what we got. Some okay pieces. We got this Deshaun Jackson guy from Clemson, center, 75 overall. It's not bad in the 4th round. But other than that, I mean, nothing too crazy. Maybe some of these guys can make some contributions at some point in the video. Hope for the best, and see you in season number 3. Alright, so let's take a look at the roster for season number 3. So we go to the GM's office. Here is the roster. So Lenore Sells will be the starting quarterback. Very cool. Halfbacks got Taylor, Hall, and Allen. Pretty cool. Fullback still Patrick Card, Garrett Wilson with Marquise Brown and Eugene Wilson III. Top 3 receivers. Tight end Dalton Kincaid. Sean, who's going to be the left tackle. Left guard John Simpson. Joe Tippmann at the center spot. Right guard Elijah Vera Tucker. Right tackle is Brian O'Neill. He's hurt right now, so Membo will be still there. Okay. Left edge Will McDonald the 4th. Right edge Jermaine Johnson the 2nd. And tackle Quentin Williams, top guy. Sam's going to be Jacob Phillips. Very cool. Mike's going to be Jamin Sherwood. Will's going to be Quincy Williams. Sauce Gardner with Thomas and Stevens, top 3 corners. Free safety Andre Sisco. Strong safety is Cameron Bynum. Kicking is Santos. Punting is Pinion. And then Hennessy will be the long snapper. We got a lot of injuries right now. Courtesy of EA's Engine. Alright, let's take a look at the schemes. Just make sure that we have what is best fit for our team. Spread offense may not be it. I saw 73% for West Coast Power Run. Base 4-3, 95%. That's probably the best, unless there's 100% fit somewhere. Alright, there isn't. Alright, let's take a look at the improved team. If there's anybody here that we might want to pick up for the season, if we can even do that. What do we have at linebackers? Obviously, right now, we have some guys that are hurt. Same position, nobody. Alright. Yeah, let me go to free agents, and we'll just take a look and see who the best guys are. I mean, DJ Jones, if I wanted to grab him. A lot of defensive tackles. I mean, they're a dime a dozen, I guess. Xavier Woods. Wanted to get into the free safety. We could pick him up. I guess I'll pick him up for the season. Get a little bit more depth. And then if there's any left tackles out there we could pick up, like maybe Josh Jones. Grab him for the season. And I think that'll be it on signings and trades for now. Maybe at the midseason point we look to make some moves, but I do like the squad as is, and hopefully we can compete for a playoff spot. Currently sitting at 7-0 right now at the midseason point. We're having a great season. Offensively looking superb. We're top 5 in each category. Defensively could be a little bit better, but overall not bad, honestly. I mean, we're okay, I'm not going to play out 7-0, you know? We only have 1 injury, but hey, we're playing pretty good. Let's take a look at these stats. I mean, Lenore's is having a great season. 1,802 yards, 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions at a 68% completion percentage, 103.5 pass rating. Obviously, would be a little bit higher if he didn't have the interceptions. Rush, Jonathan Taylor, 548, 5 TDs, 253 and 2 from Breece Hall, 31 from Lenore Sanders. Yards for Wilson on the receiving, 514, 3 TDs, 361 and 4 from Eugene Wilson III. Marquise Brown, 353 and 6, 277 and 3 from Dalton Kincaid. Blocking, get your sacks, 5 from Fashanu, O'Neill with 3, a couple guys with 2, and 1 there from Elijah Vera Tucker. Tackles, a couple guys with 44, 38 from Williams, 32 from Sauce, 29 from Thomas, Adams 25, a couple guys with 24, and it dips from there. Sacks, few guys with 5, 3 from Barron, 2 from Sherwood, a couple guys with 1, and several with a half sack. Even interception leaders, 3 from Williams, and a couple with 1. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. Boom, just like that. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's really no moves to be made other than trying to re-sign some of these players. We have a little bit of money to play around with. Also, an option to accept. First guy I want to probably re-sign is Quinn Williams. He's going to want a lot of money. So we'll re-sign him, hopefully, and will that do it? Yeah, it will. All right. He's obviously the big fish. Maybe we can get Sherwood as well. Yeah, we can afford him. It should work, hopefully. And it does. All right. I'll re-sign the rest of the guys in the offseason, and we'll restructure some contracts and accept the option. But yeah, let's see if we can make the playoffs. I mean, we're 7-0. I would think we should be able to. All right, 14-3. We have a bye. Automatically in the divisional this year. Great season for your New York Jets. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, Lenore's had a wonderful season. 4,102 yards, 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 69% completion percentage, 110.2 passer rating. Rush yards, 1,131, 15 TDs from Jonathan Taylor. Brees Hall, 547, 4 TDs, 295, and 1 from Lenore Sellers. 6 there from Garrett Wilson. Also 971 receiving yards, 6 TDs, 931 and 12 from Eugene Wilson. Third, 855 and 12 from Marquise Brown, 40 and 4 from Dalton Kincaid. Taylor, 291 and 1, 256 and 1 from Brees. Wonderful stuff. We love that. Blocking, got your sacks loud. Other than Olu, a few guys have 5 and 3 from AVG. Not bad. A couple guys with 99 tackles to lead the team. 90 from Gardner, Bynum 89, 67 from Thomas, Cisco 63. Keeps going. Sacks, 12 from Durant. McDonald the fourth with 10, 8 from Williams, 4 from Sherwood, 3 from Barron, 1.5 from Johnson the second. A few guys with 1, a few guys with half sack, and then you have interceptions. 4 from Williams, 3 from Thomas, and several dudes with 1. Kicking right there, punting over here. Kick return there, and punt return here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. If I say so myself. That's pretty cool. If I say so myself. All right, so let's see what the matchup's going to be. And you can see the ratings right there. Other than defensive pass yards per game, we were pretty solid in every. We were top 5 in every category. Well, defensive points per game were 15th, but yeah, not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Let's see. Let's see what the story is in the postseason. We're gonna get on to the divisional and see if we win. So the matchup is gonna be the Patriots. You can see we are definitely the better team, so we should be able to win this game to get the ESC championship if EA is actually being accurate with their sim engine. So. You can see their rating compared to ours. I mean, they're not a great offensive team. Defensively pretty solid, but not a great offensive team. So hopefully we can beat the Patriots. Again, they were 10-7. You can see we were 87 overall, 88 offense, 87 defense. They're 82, 81, 85. And we have the home field advantage. So this should be a pretty easy win for us. But again, knowing EA. All right. Let's see here. Super sim this bad boy. Fast forward to the end of the game. So we go up 7. Oh no, we go up 3-0. They're gonna go make it 7-3. We'll make it now 10-3, and we're somehow down 14, courtesy of the sim engine. We're somehow losing by 17 to this team. That is embarrassing. 23-10. Wow, this is a pathetic loss for your Jets. I can't even speak. That's how bad it was. That was pathetic and putrid to the highest degree of embarrassment. You can't be losing that game. That is horrible. Pathetic effort from your Jets. It's so bad that it's making me say Giants. That's how bad it is. That's what lack of sleep does to a motherfucker like me. Because I'm recording this, I was away on a flight, and I'm clearly, you can see the energy's not quite there for me today, but I mean, it's kind of hard to have energy when my guys play like garbage too, so that doesn't really help me either. That's an embarrassing performance there from your Jets. Can't be losing like that. So courtesy of the sim engine, we lose. But I figured we would, because again, it's EA. The worst team always wins when it's the CPU, but the better team always wins when it's the CPU as well. Okay. Anyways, I guess we've got 2 more seasons. This season was definitely a letdown after a great regular season. We threw it away in the postseason by losing 31-17. Somehow the Giants win another Super Bowl. Wow. Jackson Dart, Super Bowl MVP. I guess there is an update to this roster because Jackson Dart's now just like a fucking 2-time Super Bowl champ. Okay. I mean, make it make sense, EA. Joe Burrow, Super Bowl MVP, was the NFL MVP. Aaron Glenn, great. Coach of the year. Losing in the divisional to a team we should have destroyed. Offensive player of the year was Patrick Mahomes. Aiden Hutchinson, defensive player of the year. Calvin Hawtling, offensive rookie, defensive rookie, Warren Cloud. Very nice stuff. All right, on to season number 4 we go. First, the re-sign phase. We got to find a way to make this team better because we're playing like garbage right now. A little bit of cap room, but I don't have to restructure. Not going to have enough money to re-sign all these guys. But we'll be able to do that. So I will see you guys after I restructure. Hopefully we can keep around some of these players that are wanting to be free agents. Alright, I got most of the guys back. Stevens wants test. I'm not going to re-sign Brady Cook. So, alright, we got most of our dudes back. We'll try to see if we can make a couple signings in free agency. Like I said, it's not a lot of money. I mean, 17.4 million is actually decent, but I mean, the class isn't really that great anyway. So, alright, yeah, let's see if there's anybody out there we can grab on the cheap, and then maybe we'll try to look to see if we can make improvements through trades. Alright, we have a done deal here with the Seahawks. I got Zabel and Jackson Smith-Jigba for, as well as a 3rd, 4th, 5th this year to 7th next year for 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a 3rd, as well as Simpson. I moved him, John Simpson, expiring, get ourselves into the wide receiver, get ourselves left guard. And that's good. I'm going to advance on to the recap free agency since I am now over the cap. Yeah, I mean, I did sign a couple players, I think. Nothing crazy. But we're going to have a solid team going into season number 4, I'd say. And you can see the my signings. We got Max Melton and we've got Hunter Waller. That's about it. And yeah, let's head on to the draft. I'll show you guys a recap since we don't have a first round pick. And then we'll head on to season number 4. And hopefully this team can actually compete in the playoffs. Alright, recap time. Let's take a look and see. I mean, nothing too crazy. Got a couple of defensive tackles. We have a corner, halfback, wide receiver, an edge, and a Mike position. So that's our draft for season number 3. And we're down in the 4th season and see if we see some improvement. Season number 4, let's take a look at the roster. Alright, so Lenore Sell's up to an 89. I mean, that's really, really awesome. Halfbacks, Taylor, Hall, and Williams, top 3 guys. We got a nice dynamic duo on Taylor and Hall. Fullback, still Patrick Card. Jackson Smith-Jigba, top receiver with Garrett Wilson and Eugene Wilson III. I mean, there's a lot of offense down here. Mason Taylor, top tight end. Left tackle is Olu. Left guard, Gray Zabo. Joe Tippmann at the center. Right guard, Elijah Vera Tucker. Right tackle, Brian O'Neill. Will McDonald, the 4th. Left edge. Right edge, Jermaine Johnson, the 2nd. Left tackle, Quinnen Williams, top guy. Sam's going to be John English. Sherwood at the Mike spot. Quincy Williams at the Will spot. Corners, you've got Sauce, Thomas, and Melton. Free safety, Cisco. Strong safety is Cameron Bynum. Kicking is nobody. And punting is Pinion. Long snapper, Thomas Hennessy. I'm going to pick up a kicker for the season. I guess Brandon Aubrey would be that guy. Right? EA? Will he be that guy? He will be that guy. I think it's a great great pickup there for us. I think it's a great pickup. So if we look at the improved team. I think this team is, on paper, very talented. I mean, in my eyes, I think it is. Could we even sign another receiver if we wanted to? Maybe. Or a Will. What kind of Wills are out there? Really nobody. I mean, I can take a shot at for Mateo, just like as a young guy. Maybe he could develop fast. I highly doubt it, but we might as well sign him. At least maybe come on the practice squad. So, that's, I think... I mean, unless I wanted, like, Gabe Davis, but, I think I'm happy with the team. I'm going to simulate to the midseason point. I mean, I'm assuming that we should be good, but, again, it's EA. Hopefully we are. But according to them, it's never a guarantee. 5-1 at the midseason. Would be nice to be 6-0, but of course we lost last week to the Raiders. But nevertheless, we were off to a good start. 5-1, I'll take it. I will take it. I mean, that's solid. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, Lenore's having a really good season. He has 1,386 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 67% pass completion percentage. Passer rating of 110.1. You can see rush 387 and 4 from Jonathan Taylor. Brees Hall 187 and 3. Okay, receiving 410 and 3 there from Garrett Wilson. 383 and 4 from Marcus Brown. Jackson Smith-Jigba's going to be at 245-2, 185-2 from Mason Taylor. Blocking, sacks allowed. We got 4 from O'Neal, Joe Tippmann 2 and a couple with 1. 42 from Sherwood, a couple guys at 30, a couple guys at 27, 25 from Johnson second, Bynum 22, 21 from Williams on the tackles. Sacks, 5.5 from Johnson second, Williams and Durant, a couple guys at 3 there, 1.5 from McDonald fourth, 1 from Bynum, a couple guys at half sack. Interceptions, just 2 from Tony Adams. Then you have your kicking there, punting, kick return, and punt return. Very nice. All right. Yeah, the team's playing well. Let's take a look here. So we have some guys ready for negotiation. 13 guys. A little bit of cap room. We could try to start negotiating with some of these dudes to keep them around. I feel like Olu would be nice to keep around. He does stay. And, I mean, as for the rest of these guys, obviously want to keep them around, but it probably is going to be one of those things where we're going to have to do it in the off-season, which is fine. But, you know, if I can get some of these guys now, it'd be great. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. I feel like something like that should work for Aaron Smith. Okay, he's convinced, but not quite. All right, I'm going to wait till the off-season hits. I do want to see if there's any trades you can make, so I'm going to look around and see, because we have a little bit of room to play around with. Maybe we can get ourselves some more defensive talent, and then I'd be happy with simulating the rest of the season. Done deal here with the Bears to get Brisker and Edmonds, as well as a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th this year. I traded away a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 2031 and 3rd round pick in 2030, as well as Cameron Bynum. I mean, nothing against Bynum, but we get a slight upgrade at Brisker. Don't have to extend him. He's already under contract. And Edmonds as well, another linebacker, so that should improve the defense a little bit. I like the team going into season, well, the rest of the season. I mean, we're going to obviously restructure contracts in the offseason. I feel like we should be able to make the playoffs. Let's do it. All right, made the playoffs 12-5. Taking on the Browns, interestingly enough, in the wild card. I feel like we're doing pretty well. Then we lost. We actually went through a little bit of a losing streak. At least we ended the season on a win, but we're like 11-1, and then we ended up going losing 3 straight. Then we finished on a win at least. Or maybe we lost 5 straight, something like that. Or 4 out of the last 5. Regardless, you can see the rankings there. We were 4th in offense points per game, 7th in pass yards, rush 12, 15th in opponent's points per game, 19th in opponent pass, rush 23rd. Obviously, the Browns have a little bit better ratings than us, especially on defense. We have 3 injuries. They have 4. So that's always a pleasure. Okay, great. Stats and awards. Let's take a look at how Lenoris did and all the boys. 4,063 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions at a 68% completion percentage. He had 111.5 passer rating, too. Jonathan Taylor rushed for over 1,000 yards, 1,038 to be exact, 12 touchdowns. Breece Hall is hurt right now, 428, 3 TDs, 231 and 4 from Lenoris. Sellers on the rush in terms of receiving, 939, 9 TDs from Garrett Wilson, 889 from Eugene Wilson III, 631 and 4 from Mason Taylor, 624 and 5 from Jackson Jigba, 503 and 4 from Marquise Brown. Sacks allowed. 13 from O'Neal, 10 from Membo. Other than that, 5 from Tippmann, AVT 3, and 1 from Gray. 113 tackles from Sherwood, 77 from Thomas, Brisker 76, 72 from Gardner, Melton 66, 65 from Adams, 63 from Cisco, and it continues to dip from there. I see the sacks. 70.5 from Zane Durant, nice. 14 from Quinn Williams, Jermaine Johnson, the second, 8.5, 5 there from Will McDonald, fourth. Christian Buchanan, 4.5, you guys with 1, and a half sack there from Tony. Interceptions, couple with 2, couple with 1, 6 as a team. And you have your kicking, punting, kick return, punt return. Great. All right, so the Browns are the matchup in the wild card. You saw that. I will get on to that, but let me adjust the staff abilities first, and then we'll get on to it. All right, so we're going to this wild card matchup here: Cleveland Browns versus your New York Jets. Can we get the job done? Let's super sim this bad boy, fast forward to the end of the game, and see if we can win. First blood will go to us. Yeah, we're up 7-0. Okay, second quarter, we're going to make it 10-0. That's a good start. Now we're up 13-0. Second half, 10-point game. Now 17-point game in favor of us. Now 10-point game again. We score about 27-10, and we should be able to win this football game 27-10, and that's exactly what we do. Thank you, EA. We appreciate you being Realistic. Realistic. For that. Okay. So we got the W. We're going to the divisional again. And yeah, I mean, listen, we outplayed Arch Manning and the Browns. Very cool. Chiefs are the next team in the divisional. You can see their rankings compared to us. They were first in offensive points per game and pass yards. We're 4th and 7th. Outside of that, we had the advantage of them over in rush yards, opponent's points per game, and opponent pass yards. They were 10th in opponent rush yards. We were 23rd. So. Okay. It'll be a fun matchup, obviously. It's going to be a little bit tough, but hopefully we could beat the Chiefs. And it'd be nice to get to an AFC championship game this year. Let's see what happens here. So we're going to go to the Super Sim, fast forward to the end of the game, and like I said, see what happens. We go down 7-0, courtesy of EA, but we tie it up. And they'll take the lead. We're down 21-7. Alright, 21-14. Can we tie it? Nope, they're going to take the lead up 14. And alright, 7 again. 10-point game, 3-point game. Alright, normal speed there, 1st and 10. 2nd and 13. Can we get a stop? 3rd and 10. 49 seconds. We'll hop in. Clock is running. Oh, I think this is the game. Oh, yeah, it's the game. We're going to lose by 3. Yep, okay, they took a knee. I should have hopped in a little earlier, but again, EA doing what they do best. I don't know what that bitch is doing. Okay. Lose by 3. Great. Really great, EA. Really great. Should have hopped in a little earlier. I mean, honestly, Lenore's played well. Can't complain about him, but for some reason, we just can't seem to score when we need to. Can't seem to play defense when we need to, you know? Alright, now we have one more season. The Chiefs hadn't won in the Super Bowl against the Rams. Leo Chenot was the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes, NFL MVP, as well as Offensive Player of the Year. Brian Callahan, Coach of the Year. Jalen Walker was Defense Player of the Year. And Robbie Abrams, Falcons Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Deshaun Hughes of the Bears. Alright, now we only have one more season to try to do something. I mean, EA is just like, yeah, you're going to lose in the division every year. And that's just really what it's coming down to right now at this point. But we're going to try to see if we can make some more talent, get some more talent in this team. At least try to make some kind of deep playoff run. We got guys to negotiate, but we're over the cap. So we do have options. Seller, obviously, we're going to accept his. Durant, we're going to accept his. And then these guys, we'll just try to obviously keep around if we can by restructuring. So we go to the contracts and we restructure the team salaries. Boom. Let me do that. See how much money we can free up and then try to add some more talent through free agency, maybe trades too. Alright, so we have some guys I want to test, mainly Smith and Brown. Maybe we'll lose them. Also, this Portillo guy that we signed. I mean, it's fine if he's not on the team, honestly. I have a little bit of money to play around with. We're going to try to see if we can add some guys back. Just try to add some more talent to this team. Some good players. Just not sure who I want to get. So, I guess we'll look around, figure it out. And alright, traded for Christian Harris. Hennessy, 2 4th, 3 5th round picks to get ourselves an upgrade at that will position. Alright, so let's take a look at the free agency recap. I actually made a decent amount of signings here. So we got Jerry Alexander, Rondell Moore, Jerry Keaton, Jalen Holiday, Baron Browning, and that's to replace McDonald IV. So not bad. And obviously we made the trade for Harris from the Broncos. So I think this team could be decent. We do have the draft as well to add a little bit more talent through. Again, no first round pick, so I'll show you guys the recap. We give a 3rd round pick, so we'll see what we can do with it, and then we'll head on to the 5th and final season. I mean, again, I feel like it should be a good team. Problem is putting it all together in postseason, playoffs. Can we do it? All right, so the draft recap is as follows. So you see we got ourselves Bo Cox. I love Cox. Pause. Whoa. Anyways, yes, we got some players here. Not bad. I like some of the moves we made. Got a tight end, obviously. Strong safety, another quarterback, a wide receiver, tackle, fullback, strong safety. I think I said that. Yeah, left edge. All right, let's head on to the 5th and final season. This is it, 5th and final season. I'll probably make a trade at the midseason point. Since I'll have, actually, or I could make it now. let's take a look at the roster, see what we could do here. So, quarterback, obviously, Noah Sellers up to a 93 overall. I mean, that's insane. I mean, he's been really good. Halfbacks, Taylor, Hall, and Williams, top 3 guys. Fullback is going to be Glenn Stewart. Wide receivers, Jackson Smith-Jigba with Garrett Wilson and Eugene Wilson III. Tight ends got Mason Taylor at the top. Sean with the left tackle spot, left guard, Gray. Joe Tippmann, center. AVT at the right guard spot, right tackle, Armand. Baron Browning at the left edge, right edge, Johnson II. Quinnen Williams at defensive tackle. John English, Sam position. Mike's going to be Sherwood. Harris at the will spot. Corners, Sauce, Thomas, and Jarek Alexander. Top 3 dudes. Free safety, Andre Sisco. Strong safety, Jaquan Brisker. Kicking, Aubrey, punting, Pinion, and long snapper is Jalen Holiday. So, that's pretty good. Now, the question is, can we make a trade right now? The answer is yes. So, let's see if there's anything we can do here. We do have first, second, third round pick. I could try to see if we can make a move for it, or maybe even do two moves. So let's see if I can get some good players here. A first and a 6th round pick to the Titans for DeCowd, Orgy, and Williams. So we improved the defense a little bit, getting the defensive tackle, another Sam, and another Will. Simmons, Kelly, and Morales for a 2nd and 3rd round pick in 2032 via the Raiders. All right, traded for Pace Jr. from the Cardinals. Fowler, Stewart, Barron, a 4th and a 5th round pick to get Pace Jr. And then that's pretty much it there. I'm going to see if there's any free agents that I could potentially pick up here for the team. I'm going to look up fullbacks. I'm going to get Reggie Gilliam for the squad. Just add him just as like another option for us to use as, you know, like a full-time fullback for the season. Obviously, this is the final season. So that is my first signing there. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else here they might want to add. I mean, do I really want to grab, like, I guess I could add Chris Braswell. Why not? If I can afford him, why not? Yeah, we'll get him. So that's going to be it. I'm good on this. I think this team's going to be pretty solid. At least I hope so. 5-2 at the mid-season point. That's pretty good. So, we can see our ratings. Currently 3rd, 16th, 1st, 15th, 23rd, and 9th. Which isn't bad. We only have 1 injury. It's nothing too serious. But yeah, we're doing pretty solid. Let's take a look at the stats. Lenore's having a good season. Has not thrown a single interception, which gives him a 126 more pass rating. And also 70% complete percentage is excellent. There's 16 TDs, 1,444 yards. Whoops, didn't mean to go back there. Okay. Rush-wise, Jonathan Taylor, 674 and 6, 185 and 1 from Sellers. Good. I don't see Breece Hall. Did we drop him? Why would we do that? Why would the game do that? Whatever. Okay. 399 and 6 from Eugene Wilson III. Garrett Wilson, 344 and 2. 223 and 1 from Jackson Smith. Jigba. Taylor, 118 and 1. Sacks allowed. A couple guys with 4. 3 from Membo. 2 from Barrett Tucker. And Joe with 1. And I keep going back by accident. So we'll go to the defense. Man, it takes so long. Okay, there we go. 43 tackles from Jamian Sherwood. A couple guys 33, 30 from Gardner. Cisco 26, a couple guys 21, a few guys at 20. Sacks 4.5 from Williams. Durant 4, 3.5 from Johnson II. Pace Jr. 2, 1 from Jamian. 3 guys with 1 interception. You have your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Hall. Did he get released? Did we just release him? Let's see if he is out there. If he is, he's not here anymore. Yeah. I guess let's go to the trade. I'm curious. I want to see where he went. Doesn't really make sense as to why we would just let him go. Friggin' went to the Went to the Browns. I don't think I can get him back. Nah, there's no way. There's no way I can get him back. Yeah, I feel like the game cuts, like, the dumbest players. Sometimes. Like, it doesn't make sense to cut him. But, okay. It is what it is. I mean, listen, the team's doing well. We should still be able to win. Hopefully, we can make the playoffs. We should be able to. I'm going to advance on to the end of the season. We'll see how this team is doing. Hopefully, like I said, we're in the playoffs. 14-3. So, we are in the playoffs automatically in the divisional, which is wonderful. But it's not wonderful if we don't do anything with it. So, let's take a look at stats. I mean, Sellers, 3,570 yards, 36 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 73% completion percentage, 120.3 passer rating. All wonderful numbers. Jonathan Taylor, 1,429 yards, 16 touchdowns, 413 and 3 from Sellers. Barber, 195 and 3, 147 1 Williams. In terms of receiving, we have 928 and 7 from Wilson, 671 and 3 from Jackson. Eugene, 614 and 11, 450 and 2 from Mason Taylor. Very good stuff. 12 sacks allowed from Olu, 8 from Membo. Ray with 5, 4 from AVT, Joe with 3. 92 tackles from Sherwood, 74 there from Thomas, 69 from Dalton Richards, nice. Alexander 62, 60 from Cisco. Just dips from there. You got your sack leaders, 12 from Durant, 8 from Williams, 8 from half from Williams rather, 8 from Jermaine, 6 from Braswell, a couple guys with 3, a few with 1, and a couple with half sack. Interceptions, 3 from Sherwood, 2 from Richards, and several with 1. You're kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return as well. Alright, let me get to staff abilities, let me adjust those, and then we will head on to simulating the playoffs, hopefully winning. Being on Los Angeles Chargers, 8-9 in the regular season. Now, overall, in terms of talent, yeah, we're 80, 69, 83. We're 80, 90, 92, 98, 90, and 88, rather. You see our rankings, second. We top 2 in 3 categories. 2 of the categories were first place, so hopefully we can beat the Chargers. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Yeah, Sellers up to a friggin' 96. He developed so well. Question is, can we win and go to the conference championship, or will we be futile in our efforts? I guess let's find out. Hopefully we can make a run. All right, so it is snowing, and it's not the snow in the game where you can't see. It's just snowing. So it's, if we need to hop in, we can hop in. We're up 7-0. We're going to make it 14-0. One in the second half. We are up 21-0. They're going to make it 21-3. And can we score again? We do. And it looks like we're going to win this football game. 28-10. Very nice. That is Jets football. Now we go to the AFC Championship in our final season here. There's Justin Herbert. He's got a little face going on there. A little face. Little face. Yeah, I mean, Lenore's had a nice game. Very nice game from him. So now we're in the AFC Conference Championship game. Let's see what we could do in the Conference Championship game and who the opponent is. The Steelers. So you can see the rankings compared to us. We do have the overall advantage because our offense is way better than their defense. You can see the ratings there. I mean, their defense is good in terms of ratings. We were the best in opponent rush. They were 5th. The top. They were 5th, 6th, 5th. We were 13th, 24th, 1st. Offensively, we're better. So that's good. All right. Can we win the conference championship and go to the Super Bowl? Let's find out. Okay, this kind of snow is the bad snow. This is the snow where you can't see anything, right? Kind of. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's going to be impossible to hop in. So. Ugh. Great. So it's a tie game. 6-3 now. We go up 10-6. You're going to make it 13-10. Going to the second half. Tie game. We take the lead. We're up 3. Can we score again? We do. Go up 10. And yeah, I mean, I could try to hop in slow. Yeah, you can't really see. I just want to show you guys that you can't see. It's kind of hard to see. This is why, like, when it snows like this, I can't hop in. Because you just can't really see what's going on. So, I mean, looks like we're going to win this game anyway. 19 seconds to go. Steelers have no timeouts. We're up 10. So that's it, pretty much. I mean, they'll obviously try to stop it. But yeah, this is why I don't hop into these types of games, because you can't see. So at least we're going to get to the Super Bowl in our final season, so that's good. I mean, we might have a chance to win it. If we can win it, that would be incredible. That's it. That's the game. So we're Super Bowl bound. Yeah, it's easier to see there for some reason. You know, when you're on the field itself, it's not hard. It's not easy to see. I'm curious to see who the match is going to be. I really am. Solid game there. Not the best, but solid. We'll take it. It's a 10-point win. The 49ers are the matchup. Okay. You see the ratings compared to us. So it should be a fun matchup. I'm excited for this one. It's a good team. We're a good team. All right, let's hop on into the Super Bowl, see if we can win it in Minneapolis. It'll be a fun one. Okay. Good thing it's domed. Super Sim. Jump forward to the end of the game. First quarter, San Francisco takes the lead. We tie it. Going to the second. We're going to go up 14-7. They will make it a 14-10 game. Going to the second half, we're up 7. Now 10. 7-point game. We go up 14. And, all right, we're about to win the Super Bowl. 3rd and 2. 8-yard rush, Jonathan Taylor. Might as well hop in. One timeout left for the 49ers. And it looks like I said, we're going to win this game. 1st and 10. San Francisco used their final timeout. I mean, that's pretty much it. We could just take a knee. Okay, 3rd and 9. Yeah, we're going to take the knee. I think we're going to kneel here. No, we're not going to kneel. Thought we would kneel. It doesn't matter. We're up 14, so it's... Clock's going to run a little bit. If we get a first down, obviously it's over. Which we will. As Lenoris might even get to the end zone. No, not quite. This is a 9-yard line. That's going to do it, though. So it took us 5 seasons. But your New York Jets are Super Bowl champs. Wow. I was not expecting that, but hey, I didn't think Lenoris was going to develop like that. He became an amazing quarterback, like a superstar. Put a ring on it. There you go. Your Jets. I kept saying Giants earlier, but now I'm a little bit more energized. Jets win the Super Bowl. Very nice. So there you go. There you have it. Lenoris Sellers, 2 touchdowns, 252 yards, 74.3% completion percentage as we best Purdy and the 49ers. All right, and we'll just take a look here. Lenoris Sellers, obviously Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes, NFL MVP. Our coach, Aaron Glenn, Coach of the Year. Brandon Ayuk, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was TJ Watt. Callum Gannon, Offensive Rookie of the Year Steelers. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Amari Haynes from the Buccaneers. That all being said, let's go to the full screen and close out the video. Alright guys, well that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, comment down below some of my videos. Get our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you like the content from me, TJP. So let's just take a quick look. Can I see who is next on the pipeline for the NFL teams? Well, we have... I don't know what we have. I'm actually looking. I don't see what we have. There we go. Sorry. That is on my screen. So that was AFC. So I'm looking here. NFC teams. Is it the Cowboys? It might be the Cowboys. Yeah, it is the Cowboys. Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys are the next team. There you have it. All right, that's going to be it for me. I'm done. Take care. See you soon. Peace.